Congratulations to those of you receiving your class rings, and thank you for participating in one of VCU's many traditions. Your university's roots go back to 1838 with the formation of the Hampton City Medical College Department, which evolved in 1859 into the Medical College of Virginia, otherwise known as MCV.
In 1917, the Richmond Professional Institute, also known as RPI, was founded on West Franklin Street and affiliated with the College of William & Mary in 1939.
But in 1968, the Commonwealth of Virginia and the governing board of MCV and RPI decided to bring in even greater vitality and synergy by combining the two schools, serving as bookends for downtown Richmond into Virginia Commonwealth University, better known as VCU. Our history provides an important context to help us understand the university seal featured on official versions of the VCU class ring. The seal features the Egyptian building in the center, VCU's iconic and historic building and original home of our founding school, with our predecessor institutions, MCV and RPI, prominently represented. The seal is encircled by the text, Virginia Commonwealth University, and our founding date, 1838, reminding us of how much stronger we are as one university with our rich and dynamic history.
So what is the significance of the VCU official ring ceremony? Well, our university was founded in 1838. In military time, that translates to 6:38 p.m. We use the year VCU was established as a time mark to shut the doors of the Egyptian building, locking our rings inside.
The Egyptian building brings our two campuses together through the winged discs etched on the top of the building, representing the relationship existing between spirit, soul, and body. By placing your ring inside the class ring chest,
your ring is infused with the spirit of VCU and will be with you always, connecting you to VCU forever. The VCU ring tradition has lasting value. Around the country and around the world, you'll find your fellow VCU alumni wearing their class rings, and it provides an instantaneous bond for sharing VCU affiliation and VCU memories.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Bass, and I'm the Assistant Vice President for Alumni Relations and a proud graduate from the School of Social Work. It is my privilege and honor to welcome you to Virginia Commonwealth University's official class ring ceremony. Although we are not in person together, the program this evening is special. You all may be familiar with Zoom webinar. You can see us, but we cannot see you. So if you have any questions or want to celebrate, please do so in the chat box. Tonight we will be hearing from an alumna of the class of 1986, as well as learn the history and tradition of the class ring. Congratulations to those of you receiving your rings. You may have received your ring over the course of the year or the semester. I'm sorry we were not able to gather in the spring together, but now is the time to celebrate everyone. As a student, you created lasting memories from VCU. I think this past year will leave a lasting impression on all of us. You have all been resilient and persevered to this moment. The Office of Alumni Relations is excited for you to join your peers as well as alumni in wearing the official VCU class ring. It is a reminder of the time and experiences you have had at VCU. You will be joining over 200,000 alumni across the world when you graduate from VCU. Remember your alumni base. They have great wisdom and thoughts to share. Alumni can lift you up, provide advice or mentoring, or just be a good friend. We are happy to have a distinguished alumna join us this evening, Gail Johnson. Gail is a veteran human resources executive. She earned her Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration and Management from VCU in 1986 and an Executive Education certification from Harvard University. Currently, Gail is the Assistant Vice President of Human Resources at AT&T. She is responsible for the enterprise-wide talent development programs, including the mentoring programs for the company. Prior to this role, Gail led AT&T's summer intern program, leadership development programs, and strategic talent development partnerships with HBCUs, minority serving institutions, women's organizations, and diverse stakeholders. Throughout her tenure at AT&T, she has played an instrumental role in human capital management positions, building strategic partnerships, creating and executing leadership development programs, and hiring top talent across the organization, including C-suite positions. Gail was a co-founder of the African American Alumni Council's Mentoring Circle, started in 2015, pairing students with alumni mentors each year. Gail is passionate about connecting talent with the right career opportunities and the community with corporate America, serving on various nonprofit and professional boards. She is a lifetime member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and current board member for the National Black MBA Association. Gail is a highly sought after speaker for various panels on topics related to diversity and inclusion, innovation, workforce planning, generational mentoring, and minority recruitment and retention. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Johnson.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for that amazing introduction. And welcome everyone to this wonderful occasion, the ring ceremony at VCU. As you've heard, I graduated from VCU many, many years ago in 1986. We did not have a ring ceremony at that time, but I am so proud to still have my class ring, and I'm wearing it tonight. In addition to receiving a bachelor's in business administration and management with a concentration in human resources, I had the occasion to meet a bachelor who was also a VCU RAM, a VCU alumni. And he and I were married in 1993. He graduated in 1981. And we've been both very, very active with the university since then. In addition to being with you tonight, being the keynote speaker for this event, I was the commencement speaker in the fall for the School of Business in 2019. And as you heard, I co-created, along with another alumni, Jeff Roberts, the African American Alumni Mentoring Program, which pairs current African American students with African American alumni. And this program is actually a part of the quest for distinction that Dr. Rao created as part of the strategic plan for the university. This program is still going very strong, and we're proud to have our 6th cohort of students soon to graduate and starting our 7th cohort. So I decided to stay involved with the university because the university was so much a part of my life and was so much a part of my development as an adult. It was such an important part of my life and my family's life. We are now proud to have 2 generations of graduates at VCU. In addition to my husband, I have 2 sisters and my nephew who also graduated from VCU. As you heard, I'm a life member of the sorority that I pledged at VCU, 35 years, a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, which is the same sorority that our first female vice president, Kamala Harris, belongs to. So all of that started at VCU. And then again, you know, the stellar education that I received from VCU led to an amazing career, a 32-year career at AT&T. And I just recently retired after 32 years with AT&T. All of that, of course, started because I was a graduate of Virginia Commonwealth University. My husband and I both received our class ring from VCU, and we both cherish our class rings. It brings us so much joy and fond memories. Every time I look at my ring, I have fond memories of my time there at VCU. And we're definitely hoping that your ring brings you that same set of fond memories. I have a ton of stories, a ton of fond memories of my time at VCU. I'm looking in the chat now and I see that one of my classmates, Glenn Davis, is with us tonight. And he can tell you stories that I probably don't want repeated, but I have so many great memories of my time at VCU. But I'm just gonna share with you tonight 4 of them. And I'm actually gonna use the acronym for RING, R-I-N-G. Hopefully, by sharing my stories, it will be a memory jogger for you so that you also can think in years to come about the fond memories that you're creating at VCU every time you look at your ring. So the R in RING for me stood stands for relationships. Every time I look at this ring, I think about the relationships that I forged at VCU when I attended there, receiving my undergraduate degree. As I indicated, one of those relationships turned out to be my husband, but I also have sorority sisters that I'm still very, very close to. And as a matter of fact, I will see my 12 line sisters, my 11 line sisters this Sunday on a Zoom call when we celebrate our 35th anniversary of being in the sorority. I have friends that I have had professional and personal relationships with post-graduation. We've been able to do business together. And again, it started all at VCU. So that I hope when you look at your ring, you remember the relationships that you created and forged while you were at the university. The iron ring for me reminds me of my own inner strength and my own ability to look within and to have inner reflection while I was at VCU. That ability to look within, to reflect, to pull upon your inner strength started during my years at VCU. As you can imagine, not every day was a good day. Not every occasion was a golden occasion, but I learned that I was a strong person, and through the grace of God and my own inner strength was able to pull myself through some pretty tough situations. That inner strength, that ability to look within, that ability to reflect, started at VCU, but has carried through my adult life. And even today, when I'm faced with hard situations, when I look at my ring, I remember, Gail, you have that inner strength, you have that inner fortitude to keep going. And that brings me to the N in ring. The N, when I look at my ring, I'm reminded to never give up, never give in, never, ever, ever stop. Don't let anything stop me. I started that quest when I was at VCU and have continued it throughout my entire adult life. I've never stopped being a continuous learner. So the N in ring just reminds me of never, ever, ever stop. Never stop being a continuous learner, and never, ever quit, never give in. And lastly, the G. The G in ring reminds me that I am a graduate of Virginia Commonwealth University, a huge, diverse university that at the time I graduated and still to this day can boast 30,000 students. A university that is a stellar university. It's a top three research university. It has one of the top 2 hospitals in the state of Virginia and the top hospital in the state of Richmond. That is a proud, proud tradition, a proud history, a proud legacy that we all stand on. And every time I look at my ring, I'm reminded of that. So in closing, I hope that your ring also brings you many, many years of joy, many, many, many years of happiness, many, many fond memories as you think about the relationships, your inner strength, as you think about never quitting and never giving up. And as you think about this fine university that you graduated from, Virginia Commonwealth University. I thank you so much for your time and attention tonight. Thank you so much for having me on as your speaker. I wish you all the best as you continue with this semester and all the many, many years of happiness with your class ring. Thank you.
Thank you, Gail. We appreciate your words, your passion, and how you inspire us. Your work with organizations, talent development, and individuals is exciting and transformative. Now, a tradition at the ring ceremony is to honor an alumnus with a class ring. So Gail will be joining you all in receiving her class ring to wear with pride. Thank you again. So at this time, we'd like to move to the celebration of the rings. The class ring is a symbol to the world of your accomplishments at VCU. You are a part of the tradition. As you may have known, the ring tradition is a 3-step process. As you saw in the video, the first step of the tradition was the ring spending the night in the iconic Egyptian building at exactly 1838 in military time, 6:38 p.m., being infused with the spirit of VCU. Your rings may not have had the opportunity to spend the night in the Egyptian building this year, but know that the time-honored tradition holds strong in infusing the spirit of VCU in every ring. Second is the formal ring ceremony tonight, where you place the ring on your finger for the world to see. Now, this is Rodney, the Rams ring. You understand you may have already taken that next step to wear your ring. We couldn't resist either, since you may have had the rings for a while. Now, finally, the last step is touching the ram horns for good luck, the second of 3 times in your VCU career. The first opportunity was when you began your time at VCU as a student at orientation. The second is when you receive your class ring, and the third will be after you have graduated. We hope that at some point when you are safely able to return to campus, you take your photo at the ram horns wearing your class ring. Typically at this time, we would ask you all to open the ring box with your family and friends. If you've already received your ring, make sure it goes on your right hand ring finger, and you should wear it so that when you look at the top of your hand, the seal is facing you. If you have yet to open your box, now's the time. Again, make sure that the seal is facing you. At your commencement, you will then turn the ring so that when you look at your hand, the seal faces away from you and faces out to the world, boldly indicating your status as a proud VCU graduate. For those of you wearing your ring, please share your photos with us on social media by tagging @VCU Alumni or #VCU Ring. You're also welcome to email us photos at alumni@vcu.edu. The VCU class ring is a tradition that has lasting value. Around the country and the world, you will find your fellow alumni wearing VCU rings, and it provides an instantaneous recognition and bond, serving as a wonderful catalyst for sharing VCU affiliation and memories. Know that when you graduate from VCU, your Ramily grows by over 200,000 alumni throughout the world. We hope that you take the opportunity to get to know other alumni. They are your friends, colleagues, peers, mentors, and allies. VCU will be a part of your life forever, and we are here to celebrate your achievements, recognitions, and successes. Don't forget to stay connected to VCU in ways that are most meaningful for you, for professional or career development, by mentoring students, speaking to classes, and volunteering your time. We would also like to take this opportunity to thank the partners that have contributed to the success of the ring program and ceremony. Thank you to VCU Campus Services for their continued support, the Division of Student Affairs, and Balfour. If you have any questions or concerns regarding your ring, we will drop the contact information in the chat for Balfour. We would again like to thank Gail Johnson for joining us this evening and for her words and wisdom. We look forward to seeing her proudly wearing her own class ring. Congratulations once again on behalf of your entire VCU family to all of you. We urge you to wear your rings proudly and wear them for life. Best of luck and go Rams. Those of you who are joining us, welcome. We will be starting very soon. We'll be starting off with the video, just letting a few more people join in, and we will get started.